with you.
Hey, glad you're back. Hey, today we're doing stuffed bell peppers. Love these things. Child number 3, me and her grinded on those things all day one day. It was just me and her just enjoying it. So I was thinking about it. I'm like, I should make it again. And so I did. And I'm going to show you how I made it. I know you've seen the thumbnail by now, but look at this. Is that like not nice? That is awesome. And I'm going to have a little bite right now because my mouth is watering. I know it's still hot. If I burn myself, don't come for me. But this is good. Let me get a little bit off the end here. That cheese, bell pepper. Oh. Gotta try it. Slight crunch. This is incredible. Please try it. Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. Alright, so before we get into the main ingredients, I've washed some bell peppers and we're going to get these cleaned out. I'm going to show you how I do it and how you should do it too before we even start this. So you want to handle your bell peppers first before you start working on your other ingredients. So the first thing you know is the bell pepper is able to sit up. Okay? In this application, you want it to be able to sit up. If it won't sit up or it's teetering to the side, you may have to balance out the bottom so it sits up, but this is good. So what we want to do, cut the top off because we're not going to be using that anymore. And we're going to take out the seeds, okay? So be careful not to cut through the side walls. So we pull these seeds out, okay? And then you see the little white membranes in there. You want to get all that out because it's real bitter, right? Nobody wants that. So if you have to, you can get a spoon and just kind of scrape it out like I'm doing here. Okay. See? And there we have it. And if you want, you could go rinse it out. It's fine. And we're going to do this to the other bell peppers. Let me get another one done for you. Let's try this red one because it's big and awkward. So again, I'm going to cut, and I'm cutting about a ½ inch from the top. Okay. And now if you want, you can just reach in and grab the seed placenta and just twist and pull it out. But I like to just kind of cut the little membrane that holds it. Right? And then I just grab it easily and just pop it out. See? Then I go back with the spoon and just scrape that white membrane because we don't want that. You know, a lot of people, they don't like bell peppers because they find them bitter. And the reason they find them bitter and they don't taste good is because the cook left that membrane in there or on there if it was sliced up. So you want to get that out of there. See that? Again, another one, membrane gone. So I'm going to do these other two and then we'll be right back with the ingredients. Alright, now that the bell peppers have been cleaned, as you can see, they're good to go, right? The other ingredients we're going to need, 1 pound of ground pork, or you don't have to add ground pork, it's up to you. 1 pound of ground beef, 1 cup of your favorite tomato sauce. Now it could be marinara sauce if you want. It could be, you know, maybe what, 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. It could work, right? And here we have about 1/3 of a cup of diced onions, and we have some rice. Now we're going to be using probably about just a 1/2 cup of this rice, but you know I made a lot, so I just put it in here. Here we have about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now we're using the brown sugar because that's going to help cut the acidity from the Worcestershire sauce and the tomato sauce, and also the tanginess from the bell peppers. Now here we have about a tablespoon of granulated garlic. Here we have 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 minced garlic cloves, tablespoon of granulated onion, about a teaspoon of kosher salt, and about a teaspoon and a half of black pepper. Okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown the meats. So let's get that going right now. Alright, so get this fire going, medium. We got a pot here, and just a little bit olive oil. You don't need a lot. It's like a tablespoon and you're good, because the ground beef and the ground pork is going to introduce its own fat. Okay, so you don't need a lot. And plus, this pot, for me anyway, it's coated in enamel, so it's pretty much non-stick anyway, so I didn't need any olive oil, but I'm just in the habit of doing it because I kind of like the flavor. So we're going to give this probably about a good 30 seconds or so, medium heat, just to warm up, and then we're going to introduce the meat. Alright, let's start with the ground beef. In you go, and out. Yeah. Yep, you all broke it up. And at the same time, we're adding the pork as well. There we go. Now let's make this perfect, right? Get this all mixed up. And you want to break this up, you know, just chop it. Chop at it, slice through it. You know, while it's browning. And this is going to take a bit. So when this is all browned, I'll be right back. Okay, it's brown now. We're not going to drain it, you know, because I want this liquid. I want this liquid. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the garlic in, the minced garlic. Mix that in. And the onions. I want the onions. And we're going to let this basically cook and stew or fry or whatever you have it for about 5 minutes or so. Let's get this nice and mixed in. And what I'm going to do is about every minute, I'm going to stir it up. Lid on. There we go. Okay, now, is that our seasonings? Pepper in. Yes. Granulated onion in. Granulated garlic goes in. Salt. Yep. Our brown sugar. Put that in there. Our Worcester sauce. That goes in. Yep. Let's get this mixed in. Let everything get incorporated. Now you notice this doesn't have really a lot of salt in it. The reason it doesn't is because I'm going to be more Worcester sauce. Is because I'm going to be adding cheese to this, obviously, and cheese is naturally salty. Okay, there's our tomato sauce or your marinara sauce, depending on what you use. There you go. That mixed in. Okay, we're going to let this go for 5 minutes. And we're going to turn the heat down to medium low. Alright, now we're going to turn the heat off. Alright. Now we're going to add about 1.5 cups of the rice. Alright. 1.5 cups of the rice. Let's get this mixed in. Yep, that's what we want. Alright, let's take this to the island to finish dressing it up. Okay, so now we added the rice. Now, there's another ingredient which is crucial. I didn't list it before because I wanted you to focus on what's going on now, and that's cheese, right? I have here mozzarella cheese. Peanut Gallery likes that. Mama Shaw really likes it. So into this meat mixture, we're going to add about 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese. We're going to mix it in, and then we're going to start filling the bell peppers, which are then going to be placed into a 350-degree oven, and we're going to cook them for about 30-35 minutes or so, right? But just watch what I do. All right, so we're going to add about 1/2 cup of the cheese. All right, that's fine. Now let's get this mixed up. Now, the meat is still hot because we just took it off the stove, so it should melt this cheese down real easy. Now, let's fill the bell peppers. So each bell pepper, start with the little guy here, we're going to put the filling in and pack it down in there, right? Pack it down. Get it packed in there. Okay. Let's do the next one. Okay, now the oven is ready. All right. Now at this point, we're going to top it with more of the mozzarella cheese. So let me get this out of the way. Clean this up a little bit. Okay. Okay, and what I've done is I kind of butted the bell peppers together to help them stand up. Now I'm going to put mozzarella cheese on top so it melts down. I have more cheese because I see I'm going to need more. You know, sometimes you got to go for the full bag, so let's get these guys filled up. There we go. And now you could overfill the cheese on the top because when it melts, it's going to shrink, right? It's going to settle down. So don't be scared to stack the cheese up if you have to. Put a nice little crust on top. There we go. Well, let me get a little bit this yellow one. Let me use this big boy here. So like I say, this is going to go into a 350-degree oven for about 30-35 minutes. So let's put that in right now. Okay, carefully. Here we go. Center. 350-degree oven. Alright, see you in about 30 minutes and we'll start checking at the 30-minute mark. Alright, let's take these guys out. Alright. There we have it. Our stuffed bell peppers. Oh, it's so delicious. You gotta try this out. And if you do, hey, put a comment down below. Hey, give me a thumbs up. Share it out if you can. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Join the peanut gallery. Hey, our arms are open. We'll keep the light on for you. And also, if you're not connected with me on Instagram, hey, hit up Shrashira on Instagram. Yeah. Look for the gray cat. That being said, this Shrashira, I am out because I have some veggies and some meat to throw down on. Look at this deliciousness. Oh my goodness.